Now, this lesson, lesson 4, you'll be applying the skills you've learned to find the area of a shape. Now, in previous lesson, we learned about finding the area of rectangles, squares, circles, triangles. We will be using those skills to solve real-life problems, as we call it. Now, but there are two things you need to take into consideration when solving real-life problems. Now, most costs are provided per unit. For example, you'll buy something, it'd be per box. Or per can, for example, you go buy a can of paint, they wouldn't sell you 3/4 of a can. You need to buy, if you need 1.2 liters and they're sold in 2 liters can, you'll have to buy a can with 2 liters. So per unit, per box. Or if they're selling tiles in the boxes of 12, you'll have to buy the whole box, even though you may need 11 of those tiles. You have to purchase the whole box. So it's per unit. So most costs are provided per unit because you're not allowed to purchase part of it, part of the unit, part of a box. Well, that means you need to run your answer to the appropriate situation. So you may have to run your answer to, if for example you have 1.3 cans of paint, you have to round up because you cannot just buy 1 can of paint because you'll be short by 0.3 or whatever fraction it is. Now, also, that's number 1 to know. Number 2, any question that contained the price plus tax or plus PSD or plus GST, you have to include it. In other words, you have to calculate in your final cost. Now, remember, in Manitoba, the PSC is 7% and GST is 5%. Some provinces different. If you're in Ontario, it's called HST, harmonized sales tax, or if you're in Atlantic Canada, the same thing. But in Manitoba, we have them separate. PSD means provincial sales tax, GST means goods and services sales tax. The other thing you need to remember is that if no tax calculation required, tax included will be used. So this means you don't have to calculate the tax. The taxes are included or it's not part of some items tax are not included. But for the questions we are doing today, some taxes will be included. And they will state in the question. So let's look at question example 1. We'll be going through 2 examples today. Let's look at example 1. In this example, you plan to tile a basement floor, and the diagram is shown below here, with large ceramic tiles. So you have these ceramic tiles, and they're 2 feet each side. So we have these ceramic tiles here, they're 2 feet. Let's put them like this here, this is your tile. So they're 2 feet. They're 2 feet. So the area is 4 square feet. So each tile is 4 square feet because 2 times 2. This area is length times width. Just 2 times 2 equals 4 square feet. So each tile is 4 square feet in area. So you can see. Okay. So here, so this entire space here is the floor, and it has to be tiled. And each tile is 4 square feet. So if you were to tile this entire area, we need to find the total area of the floor. And then we'll divide it by the area of 1 tile, which is 4 square feet. But you need to buy 10% more tile than you actually need to come for the waste. So we need to buy more tiles than required than for this entire floor. Because whenever you're tiling floors, you make mistakes. Or the edges might not fit well, and you may have to do another cut in it. And so you need to make accommodation for those mistakes or waste, as they call it in this question. Now, each tile, their cost $65.99. So first part of the question we need to find is how many tiles we'll need, how many areas we need, how many tiles we need to fit in that area. And then we'll find how many boxes. Now the total sold boxes are 12. And that's what I referred to in the earlier statement. In your notes here, go back. Most of the costs are provided per unit, so per box. You cannot buy half a box of tile. But here's another part. You plan to install baseboard around the perimeter of the room. The perimeter means along the edges, ends of the room. So we need to find the perimeter also. So the first part is the area, second part for number of tiles, the second part, the baseboard, find the perimeter. And that is because we need to find how much baseboard we need. But each baseboard costs $0.73 of a dollar per linear foot. I mean, for each foot. So each foot of baseboard, we have 1 foot here, cost 73 cents or 0.73 cost. So one tile costs, so it's a 12 box, sorry, 12 tiles cost $65.99. This is per box of 12. And there's 1 foot costs 0.73. Now, so we have the area of one tile, square feet. How the question asks you, determine the total cost for tiles and baseboard for this question. Now, the total cost will be the cost for tiles plus the cost for the baseboard. So we can put that beginning here. So total cost, we can see that here, will be the cost of tiles plus cost baseboard. And we have to add the taxes to both of these, but the cost of baseboard includes labor. Now look at this now, doesn't include labor costs. So there's no labor cost in this one, so which is good. I guess you'll be doing this on your own. So let's go about, so the cost of tiles, we need to find the area of tiles. So total cost would be it. So we need to find the total area, the cost of tiles, meaning the number. So the cost of tiles here will be the number of boxes of tiles we need times the cost for box plus your GST and PST. Well, let's go find the tiles, the total area. So number of tiles we're going to set here. So the number of tiles will be the area of the floor plus 10%, right, divided by the area of one tile. So let's find the area of the floor. So the area of the floor, so the meter. Let's do this number 1A. Area of the floor will be equal to, now, this is where we need to find the area. So let's look at this part here. You can section out this into section this way by drawing a vertical line here or a horizontal line. So I'll take this path here. So the total area of the floor would be this section of the floor plus this other section. So we don't have a dimension here. So now this part of the area, so the area for this is equal to 19 times 10, which is 190 square feet. This other section here, area is equal to 40 times 15, which works out to be 600 square feet. So the area of the floor is 600 square feet plus 190 square feet, which works out to be 790 square feet. I'm going to make sure I'm on the right track here. I'm doing it mentally here, but I'm going to make sure I'm on the right track here before I make any mistakes. Okay, let's see here. So we have 600 plus 190, give us 790. So that's correct. So 790 square feet is the area. Okay, so that's our area. Now we need to add 10% to this area. So number of tiles. Now, so number of tiles is equal to 790 plus 10%. And we will divide that by 4 square feet. So it's the area of one tile. This worked out to be so be 790, now 10%, so 10% here, 10% of 790 is 10 divided by 100 times 790 is equal to 79. Now this is a long way of doing it, but this is a shorter way of doing it. Plus 790, 79. This works out to be 800 and let's see, what would that be? 790 plus 79, 869. So 869 divided by 4. $217.25. Now, 217.25 tiles. Now, we cannot buy a fraction of a tile. So we need to round this up. So rounding, so round up. So we need 218 tiles. So let's highlight that. So the number of tiles we need. So we find the number of tiles we need. Therefore, number of boxes of tiles. So let's go B. So 218. And how many in each box? It says here in our question. So there are 12 in each box. So divide this by 12, which works out to be 18 point. So we have 18 point. See, 280. That's 218. Let's work this out. 218 divided by 12 is 18.166 or 17. Now we cannot buy a fraction of a box, so therefore we have to round up. So that we need 19 boxes of tiles. So we need to buy 19 boxes of tiles. So we narrow this down to 19 boxes of tiles. So line across here. So now we can conclude the cost for tiles. So we're going to find Scott here. So the cost of tiles is equal to the boxes of tiles multiplied by the cost for the tile for each box, which is $65.99 plus taxes. We have 19 boxes, so we put 19 here. Multiplied by $65.99. Now, plus your taxes. Your taxes now are going to be the number, the cost plus your taxes. So let's work these are together first. Yeah. So 19 times $65.99 will be, add to our calculator, 19 times 65.99, 1253.81. So this is, by the way, it's 12% taxes. So give us 1253.81, so 1253.81 plus your 12% taxes. Now 12% taxes, we're going to calculate that the corner here. So let's do that here now. So 12% of 1253.81 give you 12 over 100 multiplied by 1253.81. And that's what give us, I'll show you in a moment the shortcut to this, which is much quicker. So multiply by 12 divided by 100 gives me a tax of $150.46. Coming up, plus 150.46. Now I'm going to add that to my 12, clear that, plus 1253.81 gives me a cost of $1,404.27. We round up. which works out to be $1,404.27. So the cost of tiles, so we found that now. Now we got that. We're gonna highlight our cost of tiles. We got that. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, the shortcut to this is that we could, I'll show you on a different sheet of paper. Let's say I wanted to find only the 12% tax here. It will be 19 multiplied by the cost multiplied by 1.12. Now, what I'm doing here, including your tax, this is the one refers to the entire cost for tiles. And then I am multiplying. Remember this one here, 12 over 100 times. I'm simply multiplying whatever this amount is by 12%. So they're included. If you were to work this out, let's work this out in the calculator to prove. So we'll get the same number. We have 19 times 65.99 times 1.12 gives me the same amount. It's a much quicker way, and it's a good practice. It's more efficient. Let's go on to the final section. So now we have the cost for tile, which is what we need here. Now we need to find the cost of baseboard. Now the cost of baseboard would be the perimeter multiply, because we'll be finding in square feet. We're going to find it in square feet here. Multiply by the cost for each square foot, which is 0.73. And I showed you, and now plus multiply by your taxes, which is 12%. But we're going to do the shortcut 1.12, which is the same as finding 12% and add it to the original amount. Let's go back. We need to find the perimeter. Now the perimeter is distance around this wonderful shape here. So we have 40 plus 15. So the perimeter is equal to 40 feet plus 15 feet. Now we need to find this amount here. Now the length here is 15. Now if 19, if this is 19, the entire length from one end to the next is 40. This would make it 40 minus 19 is 21 feet. The dimension for the left side here is not given, but we know from here is 15, because we're matching it, and here is 10, so therefore the entire length is 25 feet. Now we have all the dimension for each side. Sections, I should say. 40 plus 15 plus 21 Don't need to write here because we misunderstood your plus 10 plus 19 plus 25. If we add those all up, what do we get? Let's try and put a little calculator here. We have what, 40 plus 15 plus 21 plus 10 plus 19 plus 25, 130 square feet. Sorry, actually square. That's just not square feet. That's a linear measurement. So it'll be 130 feet. Now we need to add, they tell us we need to find 10% extra. So plus 10%. So 10% of this is 13, so 130 plus 13 gives me 143 feet. So I need 143 feet of baseboard. So I'll go back to my question here. Just the perimeter now is 143 feet. And to get, we got this by 130 times 1.10, and that will give me 143. Oh, just remember, I'm just doing the shortcut here. I have 130 is my perimeter times 1.10, giving the same amount as if I'm finding 10, give you the same result. You find 130 plus 10% is the same as 130 times 1.10. Now multiply that by 0.73 times 1. This is my taxes here. That comes out to P. So that be, what would that? Let's look at baseboard here, which is, oh, blocking my, so 143 times 0.73 is $104.39 times your, add your taxes to it, 1.12, for a total cost $116.92. So these are my costs for each set of items. So finally, go back to my total cost, which is cost of tiles plus cost of baseboard. So now we know the cost for the baseboard. So we'll repeat the statement here. So number 3, just going to put that little line across here. So total cost is equal to cost of tile plus cost of baseboard. Cost of tiles is 14. And 27 cents. This is $116.92. Add the two numbers together. What do we get? $16.92 plus 1404.27 gives me $15.21.19. So I'm rounding up. 15, 21, and 19. So we highlighted that, total cost. These questions take a while, so be patient. Okay, the next question, example 2. Now I've posted this on the blog, so you can check your work. The next question regarding painting. Now, you want to paint a wall shown below with 2 coats. Now, the wall to be painted is the shaded area here. This is the door, and that's the window. You want to find how much it will cost to paint the wall with 2 coats of paint. There's 2 coats of paint. The white areas of the door and the window will not be painted, so we're not going to paint these 2 here. Paint covers 200 square feet per can. Each can costs $31.99 plus your taxes. So this will be GST and PST, which work out to be 12% tax. You're also going to hire someone to paint a wall. They charge $18 an hour plus GST. Now, this is 7% tax. An estimated job will take 1.5 hours. So this is given to you. So not much to calculate except the cost per labor would be 18 times 1.5 plus your taxes. So the total cost, they're asking you to paint this wall. So total cost is the cost per paint. Cost of paint plus labor. So labor cost. Now we know labor cost will be 8. It will tell us that they will paint a wall. The estimate will take 1.5 hours. So this will be 1.5 times $18 plus 7% tax. Now the cost of paint will be the area to be painted and twice divided by 200, because that gives you how many cans of paint. Cost of paint and number of cans of paint. So the cost of paint will be number of cans of paint multiplied by $31.99 plus 12% taxes. So let's go about finding it. So I'll make a statement here. The total cost to paint the wall is equal to the number of cans of paint times cost per can plus taxes plus labor cost. Okay, plus labor. Now, the area to be painted. So we need the number of cans of paint will be the area to be painted times 2, because we're doing it twice, divided by, so that would be the area painted. So we need to find the area to be painted by finding the area of the room or the wall, subtract the door and the window. Okay. So area to be painted is equal to a shaded area Okay, that's not the shaded area. Sorry. Area of the wall minus the door, area of the door, minus the window. So we need to find the entire area of the wall. So entire, including the door and the window. From our calculation here, we can see that the entire area will be 8 times 20. 8 multiplied by 20. The area of the door is 2.5 times 7. And the window, the radius in this case is 1.25. Remember the circle, if I were to do that, the circle, the area of a circle is pi r squared. So this will give us pi times 1.25 squared. This is 160 square feet minus 17.5 square feet minus 4.91 square feet. So total area to be painted will be 137.51 square feet. Now we need to double that, right? Because you said you get 2 coats of paint. So we multiply this by 2. To find the number of paint. So we'll do that later. So the area to be painted. Now we are going to find number of cans of paint now is what we're trying to find is equal to 2 times the area to be painted. This is us you have 2 coats of paint divided by the area each can of paint can cover. So they tell us each can of paint can cover 200 square feet. So this would be 2 times 137.51 divided by 200. This worked out to be 275 0.18 divided by 200. Just double check the work here. That's 2 times 137.51, 275. Oh. Let's do this again. 137.51 multiplied by 2. Yeah, 275.02. Oh. Now divided by 200. That tells us we need 1.37 cans of paint. Okay. So this gives us 1.37. Now we need to round up. So we need 2 cans of paint. Because we cannot buy 0.7 of a can. Cans of paint. So we highlight that, 2 cans of paint required. So we've done this part here. Now we find our labor cost. Is 1.5 hours multiplied by $18 an hour plus your 7% tax. 1.07. Now this is another way of finding 7% of this total amount and add it into it. It's a shortcut. I'll show you the long cut. The long cut here would be find the total amount. Let's work this out here to show you, for those of you who are not too familiar yet with the shortcut. I'm going to find, I'll do the long way first. Let's do the long way. Then I'll show you the short way. Plus 7% tax. Oh, this is 5%. Oops, that's GST. Gotta change this guy up here. It's 5% tax. Now, what would that be? 1.5 times 18, 27. So this is $27 plus your 5%. Now, 5% of $27 is 5 over 100. Let me just put in the box here. Multiply by 27. Let's work it out. 5 divided by 100 times 27 gives me $1.35. Your taxes plus $1.35, which works out to be 20.35. The other method I was showing you in a minute there, just gonna here. The other method was to go straight to 1.5 times 18 times 1.05. That will be in 1.5 times 18 times 1.05. The 0.05 is your 5% tax. And that will give you the same amount. It's a much quicker way, but if you don't like that way, you simply find how much it will cost for the labor, then you find the the 5% of that amount, and then you add it to the original amount. It's more work, but it's the same. So now we have our final, so close to a final stage. So now we have, these are the two items we need to find. The cost for them. So the labor cost, we already got that. So finally, so the total cost, we'll get out here. Total cost is equal to 2 cans of paint multiplied by the cost for the paint would be $31.99, right? Plus your 12% taxes, plus your labor cost. On which we found it out to be $28.35. So we can put that down here right away. The 2 cans of paint will be 2 multiplied by $31.99. I'll do the shortcut here, multiplied by 1.12, which works out to be, what would that be? Let's get our calculator out. Don't be afraid to try to calculate it. It's so 2 times $31.99 times your taxes now. $71.66. So $71.66. Now plus your labor costs, which is way over here, but I'll make it nice and compact. We're going to add plus $28.35, $100, and maybe 1 cent we can round up, maybe $100. Okay. So maybe $100 and 1 cent. So your final answer. Total cost to paint the wall. We can write that down here.